Hello, everybody, and welcome to A Link to the Past Randomizer here on Speed Gaming Channel 2. We've got another fun one for you. We've got Koi, we've got Yonk's wife, we've got Scoopula, and we've got Josh Bittner. But before we get into what we're doing today, what the mode is, let us also introduce ourselves. I am Slumberjack, and joining me on the cons table today is Lana Bean. How are we doing today?
Doing fantastic, thanks. Hope you and Chad are all doing well.
Yeah, very excited to be here. We've got Ambrosia for you today, which, if you didn't know from the chat section, I believe is one of the modes that are actually being run in the main tournament this year. So we're going to have some people just practicing this mode potentially to see how it goes. But yeah, Ambrosia, fun mode for me. It's basically a standard start. Uncle is gonna tell us where the boots are, and then we're just gonna see these four runners just execute as hard as they can for the first few minutes. Lana, do you play a lot of Ambrosia?
A little bit here and there. It's a fun mode. The most challenging thing to remember is that all bosses have a guaranteed item in the dungeon. That could be the hardest thing to remember.
Oh, true. Yeah. So yeah, that is a thing that I forgot to mention. You're completely correct. There is every dungeon has the same amount of like items, like non-dungeon items, but yeah, there's going to be one specifically on the boss. So it incentivizes going into the dungeons a little bit more often, potentially, but also, it also speeds up a lot of the dungeons because you just gun through them. Oh, a cape. Hey, there we go.
Okay, so we have Uncle giving us the hint that boots are in the light world somewhere, so that's really not much help right now.
What is very useful is Yonker's wife gave me, I believe it was a regular crystal, a red crystal, and then a green pendant in that order for Eastern, Desert, and Hera. And also what's very useful for coming from Yonkers is she's using the same sprite that I do, which I very much appreciate.
Absolutely, gotta do a classic like Zelda.
Yeah, classic. It's a favorite. Can't go wrong with it.
And we have Koi tonight using the Maiden sprite, pretty standard for him. We have Scoopula, looks like a standard Link sprite, but opposite colors for the tunic, it looks like. And Josh Bittner with the classic Link, I want to say.
Just classic, good old Link. What? It's not pink Link, but it's what anyone who is outside of the speedrun community looks as pink Link because they see the pink hair and they run with that. But it's not the pink Link sprite.
Very true.
All right, we got a key out of that first chest, which means this is all on logic, baby. It always
thing.
was.
Good thing.
Couldn't have gone any other way.
And we did also get a few blueberries from Uncle area as well, so that leaves him no concern to have to farm enemies for bombs, so that's good.
Yeah, that's always so good. I remember running the main tournament last year, and like one of the things I had to learn was specifically like prize packs, because it was standard every single race. But this time, hey, you know what? This race, they just get some bombs for free, and that's great for them.
And we got a full heart container from the I want to say Bloomerang chest, so that's always nice to have.
Yeah, the Bloomerang lamp chest. It's whatever you want it to be. Essentially, there's like 4 different chests that could be lamp.
We also have a prediction in chat for the boots location on Graveyard Ledge. All right, and I don't think we mentioned it, but a big thank you to Drossi for handling the restream, and to Lady Laura Linda and Mr. Scruff Ninja for handling the tracking for us, so thank you all.
Yeah, thank you always to the people who are making this show run as it could. I mean, I'm just here just spitting words. I'm just watching a video game like the rest of you in chat, but I'm just talking instead. So I'm not doing anything important, but the people who are doing something important are indeed the trackers, Drosy, all those folks who are making sure that this thing actually happens, and also the runners themselves, because they're putting on a show for us to watch, and that's fantastic. So just thank you to all of them.
Can't agree with you more. Well said. Interestingly enough, it's too early to tell, but we are only a lamp away from Aga, just saying.
I mean, let's not talk too much about that because there's a thing called commentator's curse, and we don't want to put them into such an unfortunate situation so early.
Do we not want to? Do we?
Not yet. I want to wait until it's like just Zora, and then we go. But what if Aga? And then it's Aga.
True.
But right now.
Well, another full heart container, so there's that. There's no sarcasm going on, chat. What are you talking about?
So
anyway.
So one of the things I find super curious about the main tournament this year is Ambrosia is one of the modes, and it's like the one mode that is not quote unquote hard. Like, it doesn't have any element to it that's actually like super difficult. Like, this is actually one of the easiest modes to like learn as a newer player wanting to learn randomizer. So I think it gives a curious amount of like variability to how some of the qualifiers could play out.
Very true. It's not too difficult, so really very few people that are going to be running it will have any difficulty doing it. That being said, really quick, the back of Escape having almost nothing, so nothing to mention there.
Yeah, it's a bummer. I saw a map. Well, let's see. Let's see what Koi gets right here. Okay,
we'll take that. We'll take that.
We'll take a stick that is, good, a good stick.
Well, and seeing as we already have one pendant location, chances are Mire and or Turtle Rock will be crystals, so likely required anyway.
Or even if we get to Ice Palace, or if that becomes a thing, it just makes it. Now you don't have to worry about like doing hook shot strategies or Ice Palace bomb jump. It's just nice to have some Mario super early.
Very true. Nothing wrong with it for sure. Good tree pull. 80 rupees for Koi. So good find.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna say that's potentially farmable. Like Koi could potentially. Oh, never mind. We've got 20 rupees on the crab.
Okay, no longer need tree pull. It's just farm crabs if you need them.
Yeah, just kill the crabs. As we see on Scupula's side as well.
Alright, so we have a heart piece on Lumberjack. We have a book in the Lost Woods.
I am surprised that they're not taking the book. Like, you get the book, and do you want to know if this is a ped seed or... Okay, well, there's a rod. I don't know which one that was. The tracker is saying fire rod.
I think it was fire rod, but I couldn't tell either.
But you get the book where you just got it, and you don't go check ped. When are you going to go check ped now?
Oh, Yoinker's wife lost a big 20. That Lumberjack needed a tip, I guess.
I mean, he deserves it.
Scupula, however, will be giving us that ped check. Oh, it was Ice Rod. And little piece of love on Pedestal. Pedestal dead. I'm sorry, chat.
Peace of mind. That's all we need here. I'm sorry, chat. We're what? 8 minutes in. Ped is dead.
Oh, and there are boots. Lion's hat.
Oh, baby. Now we're in business.
Yeah, nobody's going to be missing those this seed, I don't think.
I challenge one of our runners to miss it this seed.
Well, Scoopy got an 8 bomb drop from the kill up there, so no need to buy bombs in Kakariko.
Okay, yeah, that does look like the ice rod and not the fire rod.
So an interesting note about these runners, Koi is one runner that is not a fan of quick swap, so you will not see him doing any of that. So he actually will be switching manually the entire game, and he does it faster than a lot of people. So that's a to each their own sort of thing, but it's pretty cool.
I do know there's a couple runners who don't specifically use quickswap, and not out of any kind of like. It's not like they're trying to make a statement or anything like that. It's just what they do, kind of thing.
True.
But also, mirror was just found. I'm pretty sure on someone's screen. I did not remember who it was, but someone definitely just got the mirror out of the well.
I think Scoopula picked it up when they were in there. They did route in the well before. Yeah, there's Koi picking it up. So Scoopula picked up that mirror first.
Ooh, a powder on the merchant as well. I didn't catch that the first time around.
Well, we are getting a plethora of items in Kakariko. No hammer, though. Can't check that magic bat. Koi with an impressive chicken toss. It's gone forever. See ya, chicken.
Yeet that chicken out of here.
Wait a minute. We have both rods marked on Josh Bittner's and Koi's. Did they get both rods already?
No, I think that's just the physical tracker just having trouble keeping up.
Ah, okay. Oh, lamp. I did not see that in the back of the tavern. So, Aga is technically a thing.
Oh. I mean, okay, sure, but there's other things we can do in the meantime.
Alright, so we have a big 20 on the library. We have a big 20 at Race Game. Nothing going on in that area. And we have Josh Bittner checking out Bonk Rocks.
Come on, Bog Rocks. Get it. Oh, 50 rupees. That doesn't help us. I mean, it does, but
Gets us closer to that do I do Zora or Aga choice you're talking about. Oh, Koi heading for the early Saha's Rala check.
I mean, this makes sense. You get the boots. If you're going to be doing Bach Rocks, you come up here, you check what's potentially on Aga. Also, you might as well farm all these wonderful rupees.
And we have Scoopula checking out the dam.
That looked like a piece of heart on Aga. Nothing in the back of Saha.
Wow, our logical checks are dwindling down here.
I mean, no one has done South Light World. Oh, no, well, I mean, Scoopula's in the middle of it, so.
Yeah, we'll get those checks pretty quick. We still have Agina, we still have Ice Rod Cave, we have Mini Moldorm, so there's still plenty left, but location-wise, there are only a few spots.
Man, this seed loves 20 rupees. I'm seeing everybody just pick up 20 rupees on every single screen.
Yeah, nobody's going to have an issue with money this seed, and that enemy did not want Scoopula blowing up in that Mini Moldorm Cave there. They're giving him some sass.
How dare they?
Oh, looks like Koi and Scoopula clearing out the Mini Moldorms about the same time. Let's see what we got. Okay, got a glove. Moon Pearl. And a hook shot. Okay.
Oh, jeez.
Well,
okay.
There's East F Mountain access now for our runners. Looks like Yoinker's wife heading for Agina.
Yep, up the mountain we go.
Pretty quick.
So fun fact, with these bushes in particular, these brown ones, they're the only bushes in the game that do the same damage, I think, as Tempered Sword. All other bushes just do like one piece, like heart damage, like fighter sword damage. So if you just want to annihilate enemies for the fun of it, those brown bushes, they'll do it.
Oh, looks like a small heart piece out of Ice Rat Cave. Nothing going on there. Yoinker's wife going into desert.
We do have Scupula taking that moon pearl, falling off a couple times. That's fine. But
That's
taking that
fine.
moon pearl to like,
Oh no, that water walk is gone.
well, Koi's doing it. So Koi is taking that moon pearl and doing the water walking glitch. Sorry, Scupula. I was trying to help you out there.
Pretty sure that was Bombos we saw on Hylia Island.
Really? Okay, I didn't catch that.
And half magic from Hobo, not logical half magic. Oh, and they are electing to save and quit. Okay.
I agree with that personally. I always save and quit there because, like, it's just a pain, especially when you have the boots. It's a pain to swim all the way back. You could just boots there whenever it becomes logically accessible.
Well, plus they are short money for Zora, so a little bit less incentive. And finally, basically the only access they would have to anything over there would be the Waterfall Ferry. And then they can look at the Zora Ledge. That's about it.
I think I know what Koi is doing right here. Did Koi not do... Okay, so is Koi doing this right now and then going to go immediately west to Desert Palace?
Quite possibly, if not likely, because they do have a fire source. They have a glove, so the seed could be pointing them towards desert. Unfortunately for Yoinker's wife, they elected to go ahead and go straight to desert, whereas their ability to beat it will be hiding in Mini Moldorm.
Oh.
Well, it looks like Josh Bittner is taking those $501 and going for Zora.
Alright, well, I appreciate that because now we get to see what Zora's got to scam us on today.
It looks like Agina of it as well. Looks like Gary just had a small heart container, small heart piece.
Oh, well, thanks, Gary.
Gary, not gonna lie, you're kind of slacking on us today.
Yeah, I mean, you look, Gary, you can slack on us today if you give me something good tomorrow during my main tournament qualifier, because I kind of need it.
Okay, looks like Koi getting a big key out of that chest. I missed Yoinker's wife getting that. Doesn't look like much out of Waterfall Ferry. I saw a small heart piece, but that's about it.
There was a bow.
Oh, never mind.
There was something pretty significant.
Missed that first check. Okay. So
all allowed.
So
we're
now
only two people.
Josh Bittner now has the ability to beat 2 crystal dungeons already.
Chat pointing out correctly, that bow is out of logic. We should not have that bow right now, but we do.
Indeed. All right, Yorker's my wife making the good call, going over to Mini Molder. I'm going to get rewarded there. Looks like both Koi and Scupula are going to be finishing up Desert, and Josh Bittner is heading towards Eastern with that slightly sequence broken bow.
Oh, very smooth Scupula with that laser avoidance.
And oddly enough, we still don't technically have any Dark World access outside of Aga, so we are running out of logical checks.
I mean, are we? Because I think Josh might reveal some things to us.
And there's still East Death Mountain, I forgot about that.
Oh yeah, and that too, yep.
Still no access to Pendant Hera. And we only got the Gary check. They saved and quit after check, and that did not bother to continue on there. So that was pretty interesting. Elected to not check East Death Mountain while up there. And Koi going with the Ice Rod strats against Lanmo, and nearly getting it on first try there. Oh my lord, there's a fire rod.
Okay, well, trackers. now you can reverse your previous not misinputs, but slap that fire rod back onto Koi.
So early fire rod, early ice rod. Is that a pendant Turtle Rock calling our name once we get a a glove and a hammer? Maybe a spell, maybe a medallion or two.
I mean, I'm of the personal belief that I hold off on Mountain for the longest time possible. So we'll see whether, when we get Mitt, when we get Mirror, etc., how much does it drive these runners to actually go towards the mountains? Because I don't think this is enough just yet.
Well, we've already got that mirror, but we are missing those mitts, and those could be a lot of places right now, because with that hook shot, that gives them a lot of dark roll. If they go through Aga, that can give them access to some of Pod. That does give them access to West Dark Roll through the hook shot, as well as Grumpy Fish.
Alright, seeing Scoopy will finish up Desert Palace. We've got Josh in the back of Eastern. Otherwise, a lot of repeat locations right now, which is a good time to remind you, hey, follow our runners. They're putting on a show for you. They're doing something for you right now. You're watching them right now. Give them a follow. And if you want, you can follow us. That's okay too. But
While you're at it, follow Speed Gaming through Speed Gaming 6.
yes.
Okay, Crystal pickup for Scupula, and Josh Bittner cleaning up Eastern Palace. Okay, so everyone kind of doing repeat checks. Josh Bittner in Eastern, though, so that is a fresh check. Not remotely on logic without the flippers, but still a thing.
Yeah, we're mostly paying attention to Josh right now. Koi's going up the mountain. I think the first one to go up the mountain.
It'll be interesting to see if Koi ends up going back and doing fake flipper, gets that bow maybe, or if they... I mean, Zora's technically a logic right now. Gosh, that'll be interesting to see. I guess it all depends on what we got on East Death Mountain, to be honest with you.
Alright, Josh with a relatively clean Eastern Palace kill there.
Except his first crystal. And Scoopy seeing $5 on the spec ledge, not spec ledge, pardon me, on whatever the heck place that is. My gosh,
Spectacle Rock.
it is Spectacle Rock top. Okay, my
yeah,
gosh.
$5 on top, piece of heart inside.
Okay, so we have Pendant Ice, Pendant Skull Woods.
Yeah, Pendant Ice, Pendant Skull Woods. I wasn't able to catch where the red crystals were, but
Me either. I know we have a red crystal on Desert, so something is somewhere.
chat saying Turtle Rock was one of the red crystals. Oh, that probably was the other red crystal, because I think we already knew where one was.
Yeah,
So,
the other one's Desert. So we have our dungeon info now.
yes.
Okay, big key in the hero basement, so don't need to worry about basement there. But they've got hookshot, they've got knowledge. They're probably not going to be. Yeah, they're going to hero pot. Uh oh. Moldrum says they wanted to join the party. Uh oh, picked up that item, but well, it doesn't matter. They're doing a different form of hero pot.
Now, I did catch that Koi just picked up Blue Cane and Ether inside of what you call it, right side Death Mountain.
Okay, which means that we have our last two checks. Well, 2 of 3 checks. Zora is technically in logic 2, which I... No, wait, I think
It's in logic with the
Josh picked that up, I think.
Someone did go in that area, yes.
Oh, wait. Yeah, Josh picked it up because they got their bow and they checked Zora, I think, when they were over there. So I'm pretty sure the one check in here may be the last hope they have for this not being an Agaseed.
Oh, Scoopula going with the very risky pointing your sword upward strategy, which gives you a lot less room, but there you go. Doesn't matter.
Pulls it off nicely. Goodbye, Troll Dorm. Actually, one more check. I forgot the green pendant.
Oh yeah, that does exist, doesn't it? Hmm.
Okay, Yoinker's wife finishing up their landmo fight, choosing to go with these sword strategies. Not a bad choice at all. Josh Bittner in desert as well. And Yoinker's wife takes down Landmo and picks up the fire rod. First crystal pickup for Yoinker's wife.
Very nice. So we got people on desert, we got people on a mountain.
So green pendant, I believe, is our last hope for Dark World access other than Aga.
I just want one of these runners to just be like, you know what, green pendant, you're not it. I'm just gonna go straight to Aga right away.
Dun, dun, dun. And Koi electing to go for bomb strats for the hero pod as opposed to the boots.
Oh yeah, this is the the Philly pot strategy. Yep. That one I think was developed. I don't know how to pronounce their name fully. It's like Philisty, but they introduced it like in January of last year or something like that. It's very popular nowadays.
And chat getting us corrected too. It looks like Ether Tablet is actually Bombos, and the Hylia Island is Quake.
Oh, Koi, don't go down that middle hole. If you're gonna go down a hole, that's good.
Good job. All right. Looks like we're getting that. Nope. Okay, so just I believe a heart piece and a big 20 in Hira. Alright, that's right. Okay, so we have 2 runners that have beaten Hira so far. We have only 1 runner with the bow.
Yeah, and that's an out of logic bow, so not super influential just yet. Oh, Saha, why you gotta do us dirty like that?
Okay, this looks like an Agassiz chat.
Oh.
But we know it's not Ped, so at least there's that for the runners.
I mean, we know it's not Ped. I think at least 3 of these runners don't necessarily know that just yet.
True, commentator's knowledge mode, if you will.
Won't be hard for them to figure it out though, because like they have sword, they have fire rod, they have mirror. They'll get there.
They'll give in once they do all the other checks. Okay, so Scupula electing to go into Eastern, not knowing that that bow is a sequence breakaway, and the same with Koi.
Oh, geez, yeah, they don't have that, so that does give Josh a little bit of a leg up here. So very curious to see this happening.
It does. Josh almost seems like they're a little bit behind in checks, but they are a full dungeon clear ahead. So they'll be able to go up there and clear out Hira, which won't reward them, unfortunately, but it will be a pretty quick clear with both items readily available, at least for everybody.
Yeah, true.
Alright, so with a Pendant Ice Palace and a Crystal Skull, or I'm sorry, Crystal Swamp Palace, and a Pendant Ice Palace, then we know flippers are going to be needed regardless. But is Ice Palace required for anything? That'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, we've got a lot of retracing right here. Everybody in everybody else's dungeons at the moment. Like,
Yep.
Yoinker's wife here clearly knows, yep, I've already got the 2 items I need out of here. I'm gonna just go straight to the boss.
Yep, has that Ambrosia knowledge. Well done. And Scupula bowing out of Eastern Palace. With, I believe, the second item being in the big chest, they know the third item is on the boss.
Same with Koi.
Alright, so is Scupula about to find out the bad news about that bow? I think they may be.
Oh, are they really gonna go this? Wait, have they not done Ice Rod Cave yet?
Okay, no, they could set up a water walk from this cave, I believe. But Koi making the first play to Aga.
Oh man, this is a play from Scupula to do the water walk from that route without knowing what's up there specifically.
So we are a decent way to go mode, even before going to Dark World. I mean, what do we need? We need mitts, we need flutes, we need a sword, we need a hammer.
We need the shovel, we need... I don't know. we need a lot right now.
Yeah, and we know where another medallion is, so the only one unaccounted for is... No, wait, we know where all 3 medallions are, so really, they're missing very little for go mode, technically.
Yeah. Chat asking, where is Bo? It is in Waterfall.
Yeah, Scupula will be getting it shortly. This shouldn't hurt Koi too much, though, doing this. I mean, the bow does give you Eastern, but no actual progression other than that, so only thing that could hurt him a little bit is if they end up not going back to that location for quite a while and end up not clearing out, say, Pod or Eastern when the other runners have done that or something. Yeah, it's hard to say what'll, if anything, will cost him any time. Alright.
Yep,
Sorry
Scooby will get into Bow.
Yep. Probably cursing a little bit at that waterfall fairy. I was just there, what the heck?
Joss with a very, very clean kill on Moldorm there. Just a very casual swipe to finish it off. While Koi making the way up the tower. Good fire rod usage to speed things up.
And Scupula getting the bad news about just that cash from Zora.
Mm-hmm.
So far, 2 of our dungeons have had $300 in them, so that's interesting.
I mean, I'll take $300.
Heck yeah. And Koi is going into Aga with 1,500 and I believe 46 rupees. That's pretty impressive. But I guess they'll have the advantage, sort of being able to go to Catfish, Mirandu, Zora, but it'll be still a little bit hard to do the waterfall check without Fake Flipper, but I believe with the... No, I think you need a red boomerang, and then with a combination of red boomerang and Samaria, I believe you can do Splash Blade.
There's like bows and bombs. There's red boomerang and Samaria. There is a bunch of ways you can do it, but the end result is the same. You're correct for the splash delete. Scoopula, I'm making the surprising play, to me at least, to go back in here knowing this is out of logic after having already been in here.
A little bit.
Especially when you have the mirror, because that may incentivize you to like hold off on this for a little bit until you go to like pod and then like route this back in with pod. So this is certainly a power play, assuming that Flipper must be in here or something. I'm not sure.
Well, I can't blame him for sure. There's a slight possibility that there could be the mitts there or a hammer, which could sequence break out of Aga. So it's not completely unreasonable for sure.
Yeah, it's randomizer. Like any play that you make in this game, it's never a question of whether it's right or wrong or good or bad. It could go either way, no matter what. So this could hypothetically, we know as commentators how it's going to go. It could have hypothetically gone super well, like the bow find by Josh when they found it. So
true. And besides that, in the end, it is a crystal, so they would have had to dip in here eventually anyway, so it's not a bad call. Okay. And Scoopula picks up their second crystal 35 minutes into the seed.
Nice.
And we have a grumpy fish check from Koi. $20.
Another $20. Just all these $20 all over the place.
Yeah, it looks like they are going to go for splash delete here. So let's see what Koi does. And they get it successfully. Well done. They're going to get that bow. Probably not going to much like that fine, but regardless. And Scoopula making that inevitable choice to go into Aga.
Alright, let's see what Koi does with this bow now that they have it.
True. They could like to go straight over to beat Eastern and also check pod while you're there. And Scoopula finding out that you kind of have no way of getting rid of those lasers, so yeah, you gotta use the cape. Okay, Koi saving and quitting, so that tells me they're probably going to go ahead and just run north, go back to Dark World, and run towards Eastern Pod. I think if they'd be more interested in going to Dark World, they would have just ran back and hook shot to the left, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, I'm mostly noticing Scoopula, Josh, back to back basically in the Aga 1 climb.
And looks like Yoinker's wife will only be a short bit behind them into Aga Tower. And Koi proving me wrong, heading up north to check West Dark World. And they're also going to be able to do quite a few things over there. They can do Pendant Skull if they choose to do so. Graveyard Ledge is over there. King's Tomb is over there. It's like Dark Kakariko. All sorts of checks available all the way around to Hyper Cave.
Yeah, they've got options here. Just all the North Dark World checks.
Pretty much. You just hope to find a hammer or maybe a glove somewhere over here.
Well, there you go. Found it.
Okay, well now they have a faster way to get to West Dark World when they save and quest. That's not too bad. Yeah, it's one of those weird commentator things. Happened to me not long ago where I mentioned something about flippers never finding it in like a beatable only seed and they found it immediately. And 10 arrows. Hey, and Yoinker's wife not making that play I thought they were making up to Aga. They're checking Zora first.
Yeah, just get all those Sphere 1 checks out of the way. Just make sure. Doubly sure, triply sure. Get your 20 rupees.
And Josh Bittner burning the room. Well done. No point taking a chance, getting knocked off the edge. And Koi going for Village of Outcasts over Skullwoods. Not a bad choice because Skullwoods is a little bit harder of a choice right now. There's only going to be one item short of Mothula, so you're going to basically have to full clear the dungeon to get both items anyway. Oh,
Ooh.
One of our items.
I mean, now that we have the mitt, I feel like that's almost like a just skip Thieves Town for now. Do the overworld checks that you want to do, and then go activate Flute, go into Thieves Town because you have the mitts.
Very true, and as pointed out in chat, really can't find too much of a better spot in Dark World for the Flute because you have your mirror, you can activate it, and go straight to Mire area, really. 3 quick checks plus Mire check if you, maybe because you possibly can beat it.
I forgot about the mirror. Yeah, literally just use the Flute and then the mirror in front of the Flute location, and then you can just go in and out. Maybe we're about to see it?
We'll see what Koi does. He's a bit of a finicky person when it comes to logic, so if he doesn't have the mirror, he's kind of a runner that's less likely to dig deeper in the dungeon without the hammer, unless you find that key up front for logic reasons.
Interesting. I didn't know that specifically. Oh, well, blue mail. That's nice.
That's a good find.
It's an item, and it's blue.
True. Never going to turn that down.
Yeah.
This seed is indeed rich, as Chad is pointing out. All the 3 hundos. I think we found 4. Aren't there 4 or 5 on the seed? I can't even remember.
There's definitely more than 3. So, probably 4. Oh, and a blue bottle.
I think that was 3 items out of the front of Thieves Town, but yeah, surprise to me, Koi is probably going to go ahead and just complete it. Because I guess that makes sense, because you know the last item is going to be on blind. He can skip the rest of the dungeon.
Do we know that the last item has to be on blind, or
yeah, being Ambrosia, a guaranteed dungeon item is on
Ambrosia. Yep, you got it. You're correct.
So Koi knows that even if they find the key, it doesn't even matter about logic. You can beat it, go for it. And we have Josh Bittner in Dark World going to Pod.
Really?
As is Scupula. They're taking that bow and going straight there, and frankly, we have not found a hammer at anything Koi's checked, so your hammer could very well be here.
Yeah, I'm all for it. Give me these power plays. Give me something fun to watch. I want to see where this goes.
It would especially be interesting if they happen to find, say, Lippers in Pod. That'd be a funny find.
Yeah, Koi obviously aware that there's no other items to check here. Skipping chests, so.
Yeah, it's a rare 3-item front-loaded Thieves Town. And being an Ambrosia, you know that 4th and final item has to be on the boss, so why not just beat it? And we have a small key in the first check of Pod, so logically they can proceed. Koi showing that Walu's boss got a shield going on in Pod. Shields are evil! And
I don't get all the shield hate, but people, you do what you do.
It just blocks the beauty of whatever sprite I'm using, that's all. I don't care about this lag nonsense or whatnot that it causes. I just want to be able to see the sprites I choose. That's all. I just wish you can do a vanilla sprite with an invisible shield. I'd be happy to take shields if they're invisible.
So Koi doing the blind strip. Fun fact: I learned how to do this fight from one of Koi's like YouTube videos.
Oh yeah, he's got all sorts of fantastic how-to videos on a lot of these Link to the Past runs. 10 arrows on blinds. Not much going on there, but a quick dungeon, no less, picks up their second crystal. And I did miss it, but are we locked at a pod logically without the bow?
I mean, so far, maybe I forgot what the very first check was.
Well, we have 2 keys, which means we got those on the right side. We checked that. We still only have 2. Yeah, I think this is a...
We're bow locked.
I think we're bow locked, yeah, so they can find something. This could be the second logical bow, maybe being in Waterfall, but I don't know. But either way, we're bow locked, I believe, in Pod. So they're not going to find... Well, they may not find something useful here, but we'll see.
Honestly, this out of logic bow is maybe hurting us more than it is helping us. Because there's been nothing in Pod or Eastern that was of any value.
Now there's a compass.
Sure.
Found a couple of keys.
If this was Boss Randomizer, that compass would come in a lot of help, but we ain't quite running that right now.
Okay, so Koi doing Dig Game, Scupula in Pod, so those are pretty much the only 2 new checks we've got going on. And Bugnet from Dig Game, so
we're in go mode. We're ready to go. Let's go kill Ganon with a Bugnet.
It's a little disappointing to find the Bugnet after Aga, though. I gotta say.
Oh, so we're not in go mode.
Okay, nothing out of Pod. So, well, the good news is Scupula is mostly done with Pod. So once they go back in there, they can just go straight to Helma and call it a dungeon. Okay, Yoinker's wife, let's go ahead and remember this mirror location, and there you go. Okay, Yoinker's wife about to be the second one with the mitts. This could be such a hard location for new runners to remember, is being able to mirror here and do this check.
Root, especially if you don't have the boots equipped early, because I remember running like super early, like 2 years ago, and I would constantly forget that I can even do this check without the mirror or no, without the boots or the mitts.
And it looks like Koi is going to go ahead and turn in that purple chest as well. And also picked up a sword off of the blacksmith, so chat's right, is this even randomized? I don't know.
Stay tuned! As we have 2 people simultaneously doing Graveyard Ledge. That's
3 people, actually.
Oh, geez, I just looked up.
Wow, 47 minutes and 3 people checking Graveyard Ledge. That's pretty amazing. $20 from Stumping. Not going to be able to do much with that. All these runners, though, it's sitting at around 1,200 rupees each.
So rich.
Okay, and Koi is pulling off the little glitch here. Going to be able to turn in the purple chest and not have it near him. For a hard container. Well done.
Yeah.
Okay, and unlike the ether or the Bombos ether tablet, going to be able to actually check this Bombos tablet and get the item.
Oh, on Koi stream, yep.
And Scupula is electing to go into Pendant Skull Woods.
I mean, it's about time someone goes. Like, no one's gone here yet, right?
That's true. Yoinker's wife has entered as well, so we'll see what checks
okay.
they do. Josh Bittner, we'll see what they like to do.
Just some keys in the front. Alright, Scoopy will give us something. Oh, okay. That's good.
And a hype cave check going from Koi, $20 on the bunny. A shield, a mushroom, a small heart piece, and $20. Is that a to be determined out of 10? The most rude part about that, though, is that they have the ability to fake powder right now, but most of them are, if not all of them, are going to have Outcast fully cleared before even doing that.
We did just see our first item out of Skull Woods there. That was a piece of heart. We should be seeing... There it is again on Yonker's wife screen.
Ooh, but do they go to Mothula? Scupulus says yes. Josh Bittner picking up a few bombs, little blueberries. Antioxidants needed. Oh my gosh, that hammer from the mushroom turn-in. So Hype Cave was good.
Oh, okay.
Oh, they do have powder. Chat, you're right. My apologies. I totally missed that.
Yeah, we got powder somewhat early. I forget exactly where, though.
So Koi going to be going into Pod, not getting much out of there. We have not seen Helmasaur. Going to be able to finish up Eastern Well over here too, so on their way to get 2 more crystals.
So, looking at this point, Koi's the first one to find the hammer, right?
Yeah.
What does Koi need to finish this race?
So
The flippers?
Yeah, flippers. We know where both other medallions are. And I think that is it.
Ah.
So Ice Palace is useless this seed. It can have a sword, it can have silver arrows, but it cannot have the flippers. So Koi is going to be avoiding Ice Palace like the plague.
I think most of these runners are going to be avoiding Ice Palace because I think they're all going to get funneled into the same position. Eventually.
So we know Koi is not going to find flippers anywhere here. Even on Helmasaur, we don't know where a second bow is, so Helmasaur cannot have flippers at this point unless there is a second readily available bow somewhere that we're not aware of. Which could be on Dark Death Mountain for all we know.
Gosh, I forgot about second readily available bows. I've been playing main tournament for too long.
Right? So we have Meyer readily available. Could have flippers there. Meyer area. We have Dark Death Mountain and Turtle Rock completely beatable. Could have flippers going on there.
Oh, yeah.
Gosh, other than that...
It's gotta be in one of those places, right?
At this point, unless... Yeah, at this point, I think that is correct. One of those 2 rather large locations is going to have our go mode.
Yeah, this is gonna be one of those ugly, like, you gotta go into Turtle Rock, and then the flippers are on the big key chest. Inside of there, the lava chest.
Alright, Scoopula picking up their flute. It's going to be interesting, though, with all that they had available to them. I mean, they have the flute, so how quickly do you think the other runners are to turn in that mushroom as soon as they get it from Hype Cave, like Koi did?
Ooh. I don't know. Turning in a mushroom is not usually a priority if it's later in the game.
It's true. I mean, what do you have available other than that? You can clear out the Mire area, and possibly Mire, depending on the requirements of the medallion. And Dark Death Mountain minus Turtle Rock. So I guess Mushroom is in a relatively small pool of available things to do, so maybe they're more prone to turn that in right now.
Yeah, true. Also, they have the flute, so like it's just literally just flute over there.
And Josh Bittner, taken down blind with ease, picks up their third crystal at 53.45. Alright, Scoopula gonna get the good news as well, like the other runners, with the 3 front-loaded Thieves Town items. But are they gonna be like me? Are they gonna not be able to avoid getting some of those other checks done? Like Blind's Chest. I almost always pick that up, even if I know it can't be anything. Okay, Koi finishing up Pod.
Yep.
Yoinker's wife getting towards the end of Thieves Town. Josh Bittner.
Yeah, I saw Yoinkers pick up an extra check there and then check if they had the hammer or not. To see if they can use that key that they just picked up.
Well, I think it all comes down to remembering this is Ambrosia.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's a common issue when you don't play this mode super often. It can be super easy to forget. You start clearing the front of Skullwoods, you find an early item, and then just from what you always do, you just keep clearing, and then eventually you're like, oh crud. Okay, so Josh Bittner going to get rewarded with their sword. Yoinker's wife having a little bit of an issue with blind, but not too bad. Just one more phase to go.
Yep. Oh, yep. Just pull it to Burna and just easy win.
Okay, looks like Mini Helma's not playing nice with Koi, so clearing that room took a little longer, but not bad.
Josh also getting their Master Sword.
Question from chat, is there a retro variant with the arrow, bow, mechanics, and keys? There is a retro mode, and basically what that does is arrows cost money to use. I think it's 10 arrows for a basic arrow, 50 for silvers. Small keys are buyable, and you can find them as well. Other than that, it is... there's also some take any caves, like a retro, like a Zelda 1 seed. But yeah, there's a retro mode. It's pretty fun. Definitely worth a try once you start playing some modes. And
Goopila also not keeping complete track of Ambrosia, as we just saw them open a chest. But it seems like they figured it out as soon as they got the item out of it.
Exactly. That's just like me. It's just super easy to do that. I don't blame them at all. That chest is so tempting to pick up. Alright, Koi going to Eastern to pick up their 4th crystal. Alright. Hey, Scoopula picking up their 3rd crystal with a a Thieves Town completion.
We have a lot of people just retracing each other's steps at the moment. So, let's take this moment to, again, remind you, follow the runners. They're putting on a show for you. If you want to follow us or the trackers, Laura, Linda, Mr. Scruff, Ninja Tuna, pressing the buttons behind the scene. You don't see them, but you do, because they're the ones who are like pressing the things that make the things light up. So give them a follow, give them the shout out. It would be very much appreciated. And of course our runners, because they're the ones who you're watching right now. So do the thing.
And they're putting on a fantastic show. Alright, Scoopula giving us those Meyer checks. So far, nothing out of Meyer Shed. And... oh, there will be the final item needed, so... we have flippers.
Those are the flips. Remind me, where was Hammer?
Hammer was turned in by Mushroom gotten from Hype Cave.
Oh, jeez. Okay. So Scoopula very close to entering what is probably Go mode, minus medallions that we... The tracking application has goofed on.
And Koi will be entering Go mode momentarily.
Oh yeah, Koi's right there right now, huh?
Well, even if Meyer has another requirement, we got Bombos. They know where Bombos is, so they will... technically, they're not going to be in the Go mode flippers, but they will be in Go mode flippers because we know right where Bombos is, which is the Ether Tablet on Death Mountain.
Alright, let's see what Koi does with this information.
Well, I think they'll be going right up Death Mountain, most likely, and then back to the Meyer area. And at 1 hour and 2 minutes, Koi has entered no mode.
1 hour and 2 seconds.
Oh, I'm sorry, 1 hour 2 seconds. You're right. Yeah.
Wow, jeez.
All right. So
what are you, a tracker?
They're going up Death Mountain. As expected, going to pick up that Bombos and probably right back to Meyer to clear that out. And from there, all they will have is Swamp to Go mode and Turtle Rock, and that'll be it. Okay, so at 1 hour and 2 seconds, Koi entered no mode, and we'll see about his Go mode here. One hour, 1 minute, and wait for it. 9 seconds. 1 hour, 1 minute, 9 seconds, Koi's in Go mode.
Do we know what Quake requires yet?
We don't know Turtle Rock requirement yet, but we know that Quake is sitting on... readily available on the Lake Hylia Island.
Alright, so... yeah, it makes more sense for Koi to just pick that up.
Oh, yeah.
Not have to risk it.
No. Koi may pick up a couple of readily available chests, Swamp Palace, things like that, but otherwise they're going to be go-moding what they can. Okay, so Scoopula still missing of that Hype Cave check for that mushroom. Josh Bittner did turn in their mushroom. I did miss that, but they do have their hammer, and they are clearing out the rest of Hod.
I'm surprised we're an hour in, and we have, like, Yoinker's Wave over here, like, doing, like, Bombo's tablet check, but doesn't have the mushroom from Hype Cave.
She hasn't gone to the Hype Cave quite yet. I think she'll be going right back to Dark World Head East. I believe she went ahead and turned in the purple chest into the blacksmith chain first.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, she's got her bomb. She's going right for the Hype Cave. And it doesn't look like the mini helm is playing too nice with Josh Bittner either, but taking a beating from the hammer regardless. Okay, so Josh Bittner, unfortunately realizing that they're kind of missing the hammer to get to East Death Mountain that way, Koi finding the single arrow of destiny on that Meyer Bridge.
Alright, Yoinkers with their mushroom at this point. Josh finishing up this fight on this bottom right.
Yep, getting that 4th crystal in their hand. Looks like Koi still looking around for that big key, and they just found it in that firelock chest, so they are heading for the end of Meyer.
So probably no cutscene chests today, but we'll see.
Nah, cutscene chest is gone. They already got the single arrow out of there, so they know the second item has to be on Vidi. I believe they have spooky action set up, so if you watch Koi's screen, there's going to be some funny trickery going on here. You're going to notice that he's going to dash as he places the item block here, and that preserves... Yeah, that preserves the spooky action. Then he'll shoot a couple of weird fire rod shots at seemingly useless locations, but actually, the game kind of thinks it's in the wrong location and the blocks are hit. Yeah, it's just reasons. This game's perfect.
Bam! Block hit.
Okay, Scupula does pick up silver arrows in Hookshot Cave.
Oh, okay.
But otherwise, not much going on.
Yeah, not the biggest. I mean, it's a time save because like it'll make Mr. Meyer trivial and whatnot, and it'll make the Ganon fight like 30 to 40 seconds faster. But nice to have.
And earlier we did get knowledge that Turtle Rock is ether, so that quake on that island shouldn't need to get touched. And it looks like Koi making quick work of Vitreous. Beautifully done. Scupula,
His wife picking up the hammer.
Yeah, Scupula going in to do Meyer. They do not have that hammer yet, so they've still got to get and turn in that mushroom. So Yoinker's wife basically needs to do one of a couple things. She can go pick up her flippers and get her bow from the Waterfall Ferry, or she can go up Death Mountain, get that bow from Hookshot Cave, then go get her flippers and be in go mode that way. So Scupula having a little bit of an advantage going into Meyer, does have those silver, so Vitreous is going to be a very, very quick fight for them.
Yeah. I was thinking that when I was watching Koi do the fight, because Koi didn't have silvers doing it, and Koi was using like a combination, I think, of the cape strats and just swiping, basically.
Yeah.
So it'll be nice and quick for Scupula.
Yep. Alright, so if you've never seen a Go Mode Swamp Palace, don't blink, because it'll be pretty quick. Okay, you can blink, it's not that quick, but it is one of the quicker dungeons to do in Go Mode.
Is Josh in Go Mode?
They... Yeah.
Do they know they're in Go Mode if they are?
Yeah. Yeah, they don't have bombos, but they know where it is.
Okay.
Pretty sure, I think. Unless they didn't check Ether Tablet while they were up doing Hero, but I think they did.
Well, let's see what they pick up while they're here in Swamp Palace.
They could also just be looking for a sword, too. Or silvers.
Yep, pick up stuff along the way, hope for a tempered sword, because that will significantly speed up like your Ganon fight and all your other boss fights leading up to that point.
It will. Well, from our tracker, Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna, they're not entirely sure that Scupula, or that Josh Bittner actually checked Ether Tablet.
Oh. Hmm.
An interesting predicament.
Yeah, they're still checking things right now, so that's very probable.
And Koi and Josh Bittner with a little high five going on in Swamp Palace. We'll see if Koi elects to check these 2 quick checks, 3 possibly with Waterfall Chest. Alright. Little diver down going on from Koi. Well done. Unfortunately, not much going on in that chest, and Josh Bittner electing to go with Vanilla Strats. Okay, good news is Koi does pull 3 quick items out of the dungeon. Bad news is none of them are particularly useful for him.
Yeah. I'm watching. There was a green rupee, some bombs. It's like,
And a little more money just to pad the pocketbook in the waterfall chest. Okay, so good news for Yoinker's wife. They are going to very quickly locate their flippers. She is looking in good shape.
Yeah, she does also have the hammer and the hook shot, so that does point her in the correct direction of Swamp House in general. As long as she knows where the Bombos is, or yeah, where Bombos is, then should be good.
Okay, Scupula picking up their, I believe, 4th crystal with that Mire Clear. And Koi picks up their 6th crystal with the Swamp Clear. And Yoinker's wife picks up her flippers.
Oh, chat pointing out correctly, Yoinker's wife doesn't have the bow yet.
No, she does not. She'll still need to go up to Death Mountain and go to Hookshot Cave or go to the Waterfall Ferry.
Fairy, so, but the flippers should point her in that general direction.
I hope so. Looks like a Swamp Palace clear coming up. Koi gonna pick up Quake just in case they need it for Turtle Rock, so not a bad choice. Really only takes a few seconds and takes less time to do that and not be required to be Quake, then go all the way up Death Mountain, find out you need it, and go all the way back down and then back up. So, not a bad call. To answer a question in chat, Silvers were in Hookshot Cave, but logically they were both available as soon as you get the flippers, so they were both at the exact same time.
Looks like Koi's got all the medallions and just heading straight to Turtle Rock. Get the rest of this game done. Go kill the big pig.
Yeah, they are well on their way. And Turtle Rock, good news, bad news about that is it has a go mode dungeon. It's really not all that different than a regular Turtle Rock clear. The only difference is with the go mode, you hope not to have to go to Laser Bridge. That's about it. And you really don't have to, I guess, do Big Chest or Mimic Cave in most cases.
Yeah, you try to avoid like Lava Chest and the Big Chest because it's like a sub 5% chance that you get completely beefed by like key placement. Generally, you can just stay in Turtle Rock the entire time when you're in go mode and just go straight to the boss, assuming you grab the small key off the pokey. So.
Just a quick reminder, don't forget to give these 4 runners a quick follow. They are amazing at what they're doing. They're putting on a great show for us, and we greatly appreciate it. And while you're at it, give my co-com a follow, and also give Lady Laura Linda and Mr. Scrap Ninja Tuna a follow as well. And yeah, that's about it.
All right, so we got. What do we got going on here? We got Koi in Go mode. We've got Scoopula fishing for this hammer, or literally just needs to go to Hype Cave and then figure out do it from there. Yorka's wife needs to get the bow, and is Josh also in Go mode?
From what I'm looking at,
Maybe.
no.
Oh,
I
we
don't think
don't
they have
know if
bombos.
Josh. Yeah, we don't know if Josh knows where Bombos is.
Well, they're about to pick up silvers, but they're not.
Good.
They're not heading further west. So I'm guessing that our tracker's right. I don't think they checked Ether Tablet. The good news is that what else are you going to do when you're done with Turtle Rock? You're gonna head west, and hopefully your first check will be Ether Tablet.
Oh, Tracker's saying that Josh does have Bombo, so Josh is in Go mode. Does he know it though? Because he's still checking some things.
Well, he's gonna get rewarded with silvers. Alright, Scoopula picking up that mushroom.
The nice thing about this, at least for Scoopula, is like Hammer locks you out of so much in this game that like if Hammer's gonna be your go mode, like generally the seed's gonna go pretty quick for you relatively.
Okay, so Scoopula electing to check Swamp Palace over that mushroom, unless they're gonna flute from here. They could be. Oh good, they are. Ooh!
Okay. Oh yeah, because they can flute right back.
I don't know if this is last location for Scoopula. I don't know what else they have available.
I mean, they could have done that first check in Swamp.
Yeah, besides this and that, I don't know.
And there it is for Scoopula.
Go mode at 1:15:22, I think.
Chat asking, did Josh do Misery Mire? I don't think so. If they did it so quickly I did not notice.
Hey, it looks like
silvers could have happened.
It could. So, from the looks of it, does not look like Koi has found a sword in Turtle Rock, so it'll be interesting to see if they go straight for Trinex or check Laser Bridge. I don't think they'll be getting silvers, though. And
yeah, I'm in the same boat as Koi. I would skip Laser Bridge. There's 22 things left in Ganon's tower. Maybe one of them's gonna have a sword.
Well, at this point, what do we actually have left in the seed, I guess? Just what we haven't seen of Turtle Rock and Ice Palace. I think that's about it. Okay, Koi with the hammer strats on Trinex. Beautifully takes out that fire head, going for that ice head now. Okay, so since we're so close to being done, I think it's about time we start playing a little game. What do you think?
Oh, the game where you put a number in chat between 1 and 22?
I think that'd be a good idea.
Oh yeah, so yeah, that game, there's no bot for it that I know of, that I've never known of. But there's 22 checks where the big key could possibly be in Ganon's tower. We're gonna use Koi, because Koi just got their 7th crystal right there and then. How many checks does Koi take to find that big key? Get your guesses in now.
So what's your preference as far as numbers go? 4. That sounds like a pretty good number. I think I will honor one of my buddies. I will go with 7 tonight.
Oh.
Oh, Koi! Making a complete fool out of me and going ahead and checking ice or going checking a hookshot cave, gonna get rewarded with their silvers.
There you go, Koi.
Okay, we got a duel fight going on. Yorker's wife just taking out Argus, and Scoopula won't be too far behind. Okay, last few seconds here, Chad. Anybody who hasn't gotten their chest guess in for GT, feel free. 1 through 22. Where's that big key? Guess is closed as soon as Koi enters now. We'll allow that last one. Okay, Koi electing to go left. He is pretty well known, going for that rando room rush before going to the right. We have number 1 as a small key on the torch. Sorry, anybody who guessed 1 in chat. We have 2 through 5 coming up. Heart container. The evilest of shields. Small key. And $20. And Slumberjack can take a few checks from here.
John, man, it wasn't 4. But yeah. Alright, what is this? Number 6 right here? And it's not number 6. Oh, good boomerang usage there, Koi. Alright, 7? Nope. It ain't 7.
Womp womp.
Alright, we've got 8, 9, 10, 11 coming up. Eight, 9, 10. Alright, back to you, Lana.
Alright, looks like 8 through 11, not so much going on there, so we are going to go right side. Full heart. 13, blueberries, antioxidants. Ganon's just watching out for your health. And skipping. Well, I don't blame him. Skipping the check there until the very end. That's okay.
Yeah, I mean, everybody does that. Unless you feel like you've had like an absolute garbage seed, would you ever do tile room that early?
Alright, we have 14 through 17 coming up in this next room. And 14. 10 arrows. 15. 10 arrows. 16. Tempered. Not a bad find. 17. $5. Alright. Back over to Slumberjack for a few.
Yeah, so I guess, yep, Koi's gonna keep going towards all the way to the back for our last very few checks here. Which means that someone who does full left in this scenario would probably very benefit from it.
Or full right, depending on your point of view.
How many people do you know who are just like, you know what? Today, full right. Here we go.
And for all we know, this seed could still destroy both parties and put it in tile room.
True. It may not matter. Even the people who are feeling full right today might not be in the right.
Not there.
Alright, what we got? 19, 20, 21 coming up?
Yes, indeed. Gonna show Ice Armos who's boss with those silvers. Not gonna really have much of a challenge here. I'm lying, they're evil.
Commentator curse! Say they're not evil and... Wait. Wait! Okay. Phew. Alright, who guessed 21? Oh, I gotta scroll up.
Oh, we do have a 21 in chat.
Do we now? Oh yeah! Travisorex! Congratulations! You did it! Tell all your friends at home, clip this moment right now and share it with all of your friends. So that you know that you won the internet today. You did it! It's you!
And a lifetime supply of rando seeds brought to you by ALTTPR. Congratulations.
The winner is Koi, because like Koi's like winning right now. But you can take some credit here.
True, true.
You're allowed. I allow it. What did Scoopula just do? I didn't see it, but it's probably something pretty awesome. Was it the walk through the door trick? I have no idea. I missed it.
Okay, so just an update here. We got Koi doing the climb here on GT. We got Scoopula checking out what's going on in Turtle Rock. We got Josh Bittner going into Meyer, getting their 7th crystal. We got Yorker's wife in the middle of Turtle Rock as well.
So is Yorker's wife the only one who hasn't found Bombos yet? Or is that a tracker misinput?
Not sure, but they do have their bow. So they are in go mode if they know where that Bombos is.
Okay.
Where was Mir according to chat? Mir was hanging out in, what was it? It was just in town. I think it was in the well.
Yeah, it was super early.
Just hanging out in Kakariko Well.
So Yorker's wife definitely has the mirror.
Oh yeah, she's cleared out Swamp Palace. She's definitely got the mirror.
What? Those are major glitches! No, just kidding.
Ooh, Yorker's wife showing that bad guy is boss. Well done. And she did skip Lava Chest, so she must know where Bombos is, have Bombos, or just know she's in general go mode.
This could be muscle memory, but let's see where it goes.
And a high five between Scoopula and Yoinker's wife going on. And meanwhile, Koi's just rushing through this GT climb, making quick work of it, and about to fight Moldorm too.
Yeah, that was a very clean climb. Ooh, nice dash there.
And Josh Bittner going into Viddy with silver arrows.
Pretty goes down, no problem. Just shoot 10 arrows. Or is it 11? It's 10 or 11 arrows. Easy done.
It's 8. I want to say it's like 8 for the eyes, 2 more for the big eye. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
But Josh Bittner does pick up their 7th crystal, so they will be quickly heading up to GT to join Koi. Kind of. Koi's going to be kind of done with it by the time they get there, but that's beside the point.
Yeah, that's beside the point. Which reminds me, but we have a game. No, we're not playing the game again. We know what the number is.
Football Part 2. Alright, pulling off a quick Aga 2 with, as chat points out, a 2-1-1-2. And Yoinker's wife is out of magic, so hopefully she'll make it through this room just fine.
Now, I will say at this point, no spoilers, except kind of a spoiler, is that we do have a total of 9 people actually running this race right now. None of them have finished yet. So Chloe could be the first one. So let's see if it happens.
Okay, pulling off a quick 2 slice and a spin, so that was pretty much getting ready for phase 2 here. That's 4, 8, and 12. So we are... Oh, that was 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12. So now we're on to the final phase. Final phase is... Alright, Scupula taking down Trinex. Yoinker's wife about to go to Trinex. Josh Bittner about to enter GT. And Koi about to, well, have some bacon for dinner.
You sure? Bacon for dinner with the bacon sword? How can it be?
I don't know. Pretty amazing, though.
Oh, that's true.
Alright, 1 hit, 2 hit, 3 hit. Oh, shut up on Exton.
Oh, spicy hit.
And 4 hits. Koi taking down the big pig. Why don't you give them the final time as soon as he crosses?
I can do that for... Whoa, let's... Hold on. Don't fall off the bridge, Koi. Don't embarrass me right now. Koi. Great. Cool. Koi with an official race time.gg finish of hour 29:57 seconds. Coming in first overall on both the restream and in the race room. Get your GGs in chat. And joining us already is Koi.
Yep.
You did it!
GG!
GGs! You heard the whole entire spiel. How are you feeling?
I'm really glad that the bow didn't completely ruin me, because I know a lot of people like to use their water walk from Ice Rock Cave to get that early. But
Bow was very curious because a lot of people went into pod a lot earlier than they should have. Checked Eastern earlier. Yep, you're correct.
Yeah, I ended up double dipping Eastern, but the layout was nice enough with it being Ambrosia that you could. It wasn't that bad. I lost like a minute from that, and because I didn't go to pod immediately because I knew this bow's not in logic anyway, I ended up getting to pair it with the Eastern clear. Although it would have been nice if I had the flippers first and I didn't have to full clear.
True. Yeah, there was. I think Josh on the restream was the only person who had like the bow so early that he was able to go into Eastern and clear it like in one go. Everybody else did exactly the same as you though, which was find the bow later.
And Josh also unfortunately went into pod and got logically locked out pretty early, but still elected to continue.
I mean, it was certainly possible that like it was flippers in Hype Cave or something, right? And then the answer is going to be in pod. So I think going to pod is a perfectly fair play. Just not one I didn't want to do. And it's a lot more likely you find the mitts or the hammer than the flippers because they just unlock more things.
Yeah, the hammer actually kept a lot of like Scupula. I think their go mode may have been the hammer, which is kind of nice because I like seeds where a hammer is like super late because it locks you out of so much for so long. I forget exactly when you found it relative to the other runners, but this seed overall didn't seem too unfriendly.
I got it like right after Hype Cave. Mushroom and Hype Cave immediately turned it in.
Yeah, everybody else on Restream like put off Hype Cave forever. I don't know why, but it just happened.
Yeah, when I enter the Dark World after killing Aga, Hype Cave is the goal. That's the only thing I'm after. I'll do things on the way, but we mostly just care about going to Hype Cave because it's always Hammer and Hype Cave.
Well, I was interested about your Thieves Town routing. I know you're typically not one to go further without the hammer, but you did get those 3 early items and you knew the boss would have the items. So I thought it was a very interesting layout as far as the items go in the seed.
Yeah, there was no danger in going to the back. Like there was no way the last item was going to be hammer locked. in the big chest. So you can just go to the back and do it in one trip. What I should have done though is I should have opened the maiden's chest just to see if it was a key or not. I did not think about it at the time, but if the maiden's chest had been not a key, then that means that whatever I got on blind would have been hammer locked and could have given me information on where the hammer was. Thankfully, blind didn't have progression, so it didn't matter.
Yeah, I think the maiden did have the key. So.
All right, so blind would have been in logic then.
All the items were pretty conveniently laid out the entire time. Once you get to Dark World, you get your mitts, you get your flute, you can avoid all of Skull Woods, and you just kind of got stuff as you went south.
It ends up being pretty jet. You still have to like go up the mountain to Hera at least and check the tablet there. But I think everyone would do Hera before going to Aga anyway.
Yeah, I think there was one runner. I forget who didn't check the actual tablet. Maybe they didn't have the book or something like that. But you're correct. Yeah. Otherwise, that was pretty much it for everybody. Everybody saw it. Everyone was going in the same direction eventually. So.
We went from so many items and suddenly analyzing it and being like, what is Koi missing? Flippers? Because you know where two of the... Yeah, you pretty much know where two of the medallions are. So you're like, okay, Flippers is Go mode 100%. And that was fairly quick.
Yeah, honestly, the seed was pretty jet. I feel like I would have lost against like 100 different people. It's just the other 10 people in the world are in this race and not those 100.
Yeah, this would have been a terrible to run as a qualifier.
No, I think this would be a good qualifier seed.
You think so?
Yeah, because like the top times are all going to be in like the high 110s or low 120s. So like even if I lost 10 minutes, I'd still have a good par score. It'd be very difficult to win a race with that many people on this seed, but you can still get a good par score.
It's just me. I need better par scores, and this is one where I'm like, maybe I need a little bit more than par.
You'd basically be guaranteed an 85 to 90 on this seed, basically.
Oh, geez. See, that's what I need.
Yeah, I played pretty safe. I didn't really skip anything. But like, it was possible to skip things, right? You could have single dipped Eastern. You could have never gone to Hera. Could have avoided the Smith sequence or something. Like, it was all possible, but is it reasonable for somebody to do that or not?
Probably not with all those reasonable, very quick checks that you can do. It's one of the reasons why you do Hype Cave, or not Hype Cave, pardon me, Hookshot Cave, is because you're going in there with Master Sword Serverless, and it paid out for you today. I thought you were going to skip it.
Yeah, it's sometimes it's really hard to determine, like, well, how much extra stuff should I do just looking for Sword or Silvers? I felt like Laser Bridge was just not worth it, because I don't even know how many items were left in the dungeon, but like I think at most I could have gotten 3 items, minus however many I'd found already, because one was going to be a small key for sure. But Hookshot Cave's like 4 items for sure, and it's pretty quick. Yeah, I had no intention of going to Super Bunny though.
Yeah, that makes sense. It didn't even have anything anyway, as we found out from some other runners. But yeah, that completely makes sense.
You ended up getting a sword in the GT anyway, so it's like,
yeah,
worked out well for you.
That's nice. Yeah, it's always nice when the big key's behind Ice Armos, because it means that the route I took didn't really matter that much. Anything but Hope Room.
Anything but the yeah. Check number 21. We were playing the numbers game in chat, and very thankful it was 21, not 22.
My route really doesn't lose much time when the big key's in Hope Room versus Compass Room, but if it's in Hope Room, then everyone thinks I look stupid.
Thankfully, your route seems to pay off a good portion of the time. I think a rando rush is a very valid way to do GT for sure.
Well, it pays off like half the time because I do half the checks on that side. No, I feel like I have to do a route like rando rush because nobody does it, and because I don't use quick swap, I'm perpetually behind in all situations. So it's just an easy way to make a difference. Either I gain or lose time.
Oh yeah, Lana was mentioning that at the very beginning that you don't use quick swap. So very impressive, by the way, because I'm watching you go through the menus as you do, because there are moments, even as someone who does use quick swap, there are moments where I have to pull up the menu because it's just more efficient. So seeing you so cleanly move through the menu, very impressive. So
Yeah,
take that
I
for what you will.
wish quickswap wasn't a thing, but I understand why people like it so much. But I think menuing is actually really hard. It's very difficult to get good at menuing. So I feel like with quickswap we lost some of that.
Yeah, I think a lot of the racing council kind of agree with that. Where I remember when the initial decision behind quick swap was made, and they were like, "It's a very important skill, but it's just kind of boring to people," and that was like the entire justification behind it.
There's a lot of cool things that you can do with a menu that are very difficult to do otherwise. A lot you might notice if you're watching like me or like some high level NMG runner. Is where I learned it. Right, is using the menu as a way to help with canceling dashes. So like if you're say you're dashing horizontally and you are about to bonk on the wall, instead of trying to cancel your dash just in time, you can just open the menu, switch to the next item you're looking for, and then as the menu's closing, you're already canceling the dash, and it makes your movement a lot more crisp like that. It's much more difficult to do that without menuing, which is also impressive that people are so good at it without it. But I'm not that good, so I use the menus. And I think it's a very interesting and skillful way to use a vanilla mechanic.
Interesting. I didn't know that. Like, I started speedrunning shortly before quickswap was introduced. So it's always interesting to hear these other ways to talk about it. But real quick, if I may interrupt, we have both Scoopula and Josh Bittner in Aga 2 at the same time right now. So,
Well,
I'm
gonna bow out then. You guys can focus on the other runners for a while.
Thank you so much for hopping by, though.
Bye, guys.
GG.
All right, farewell, Koi. And GG's to Koi again. Thank you so much for swinging by. But yes, we have two people who literally just got Aga 2 down at the same time. Scoopula, Josh Bittner. A race to the finish. Let's see what happens here.
Well, and Yoinker's wife going for, I think, crystal number 7 here.
Yeah, Yoinker's wife, she's just like clearing up things at this point. So, not too far behind, a dungeon or two. And then, yeah, because she's already got Turtle Rock done. So, it's just going to be a 21 checks in Ganon's Tower, and then up we go.
So unfortunately for Yoinker's wife, she will not find silvers unless she checks Waterfall Ferry. And if she goes pure left side, she may not find a tempered either. So this will be interesting to see what her routing is in GT.
Oh, did she get her first bow out of Hookshot Cave?
I believe she did. Yeah, in chat, just an update from that. Tracker's been giving our tracker some issues tonight, so yeah, Thieves Town is done. So she is in go mode and finishing up her 7th crystal here. Okay, Josh Bittner. Looks like getting into final phase a little bit quicker than Scoopula. Oh, but finishes off Ganon faster. Holy moly.
Taken now from the rug from underneath the feet. Do you want to announce the times?
Absolutely. Everybody in chat, get your GGs in chat for Scoopula and Josh Bittner, both finishing pretty quickly. So Scoopula gets a 4th place finish with a race time to GG time of 1:42.33, and Josh Bittner right behind them at 1:42.40, 7 seconds after. GGs to both of them. And
well run.
That is good enough for a fourth place for Scupula, fifth place for Josh Bittner. So in between Koi and Scupula, we have High Roller finishing in second with a 136.33. Akuhaish finishing in third with a 137.23. Oh, and in chat we have Scupula joining us. GG to you.
GG's.
Hello, hi.
Oh,
Sorry, Josh.
and really quick here, we also have Josh Bittner joining us. GG to you.
Thank you, son of a gun. I knew I shouldn't have been intentionally fluffing GT.
So close at the end there. You both were landing in there at the same time, and the scoop just came out and literally scooped it out out from behind you.
All right, so since we have both runners in here at the same time, maybe we'll start with Scupula. What are your thoughts on the seed?
Second hammer go mode of the day. I guess that's okay, except the fact that, you gotta use Titan Mist to get everywhere. But
Yeah, we thought that was pretty interesting. Quite a couple of the runners here held off on Hype Cave to Mushroom Turn In faster. Faster than Koi did, who went pretty much straight south and east from Thieves Town and turned in that mushroom, and then their go mode ended up being Flippers to Bombo's tablet, I think.
Close at the end there. You both were landing in there at the same time, and the
Interesting.
scooped it out from behind
Well,
you.
I mean, I must have routed a lot different, unless other people farmed the money to get the bow out of Logic about 10 minutes in, like I did.
You were the first on Restream to get that bow.
First by far to get the bow. You were the only one, I think, who got the bow so early that you were able to do Eastern just right away. But I
Yeah.
also think that put you behind a little bit because you also then did pod earlier.
Right, yeah, I felt behind because I was the last I felt like I would probably be the last person into the Dark World because I literally last locationed it because, that's what I tend to do.
Well, and I believe Scupula did elect to go ahead and get that, or found the bow just after checking Eastern and went right back in and cleared out Eastern, if I remember right.
yeah, I did. It's that was thank the crab for that one. Yeah.
I just felt like I routed too conservatively. I'm getting to my stats here. It's gonna be by the time I got to GT and especially full clearing the basement, I was just basically in meme mode where it's like, okay, let's see if we can push this over 200 by fluffing the gauntlet. Because I felt like I checked nearly everything in the game, and maybe that was good, maybe that was bad. I don't know. I feel like I could have been at least 5 to 10 minutes faster had I been playing more aggressively.
I mean,
it's
a randomizer. It's a bunch of what ifs at this point.
I guess I also have qualifier brain worms where it's like I gotta check literally everything because especially with well, this doesn't have non-progressive. This has progressive bows, but when you have to look for specific things. Oh, I only got to 166, 216. That's interesting. I thought I would have been significantly higher, but
Yeah, I think both bows were technically logically in play for beating the game, but I totally get that as well. I've been in qualifier mode as well, where I've been playing completely differently for the past 3 weeks.
Well, the bow was logically available as soon as you found Flippers. Both bows became available pretty much then, I think. Well, Death Mountain one, I guess, didn't need that.
yeah, I mean, Flippers for me was basically my go mode because I had identified where the two medallions were. So after I beat Swamp, I just grabbed the mirror on Hylia because I hadn't gone to to Dark Death Mountain yet for TR or anything like that. So I was like, well, I'll just grab this coin just in case it's the TR medallion. Otherwise, it's the one on the mountain. So kind of hedging my bets there too. Overall, kind of a breezy seed, to be honest. This was I mean, I had a little bit of nervousness about doing a Master Sword Silverless Ganon, but first finding the silvers in hype. I'm sorry, in Hookshot, and then doing the. I don't know. We got to find a new name for the DM strat because he doesn't play. Or I should say, they don't play anymore. But that getting that sword was very
The
nice.
room with the skellies, yeah, the Stalfos.
Yeah, the Stalfos play, where you go left to right and then back left. Yeah, I don't know. We got to find a new name for it, but yeah,
You get tempered sword out of it, and then it's just like easy breezy at this point.
yeah. Once I didn't, because I have to admit that my Master Sword Ganon is not amazing, and then with only the one bottle, I'm like, ooh. I have done it with half magic, but it's not something I practice a lot, and I probably should.
I mean, the main tournament qualifiers are going on, so if you want to practice it, you can be forced to have one bottle and no half magic if you want.
Very true. I mean, the knocking on wood, my desk is wood here. I'm hoping that my remaining two qualifiers, the one tomorrow night and on Sunday, it'll just be a nice tempered sword. I won't have to learn it because I'm lazy.
Just laid out in front of you, and then you'll just get Ambrosia like for your first what is it, group stage seed.
Yeah. Oh, if I'm doing the Challenge Cup, it's debatable because I'm going on vacation during the first week, so I'd be missing 7 days, so I don't know if I would be able to get in a whole bunch of matches for that first round of groups in Challenge. I'm not making the main tournament. I'm trying to break the top 200, although with my scores, I'm probably not.
It's a good goal. Just play well, enjoy the game for what it is, and that's also just a message to anybody who is watching the stream. Like, this randomizer, like, we speed run it because we find enjoyment in that aspect of it. But you can just play this game as a rando and just enjoy just the randomness of it. And even if you're looking to qualify for a tournament or something like that, you can still have fun doing it. It's great.
Fun in this randomizer?
I mean, I mean, the last time I actually commentated, one of the runners was like, I'm not gonna do the main tournament. It stresses me out sometimes to like actually compete. So I totally get that. So, do either of you have any final comments before we refocus our commentating efforts on Yornker's wife as she finishes her seat up?
Well, I'm looking around. Sorry. Go ahead. I got it. We're good.
Yeah, just thanks for having us. Thank you both for commentating. Thanks to our trackers and restreamers, the crew, without you, there's no show. And, I'm glad. Thanks for the redemption from my giant brain fart. Oh, yeah, that's funny. I nearly skipped Spiral Cave yet again. I forfeited out on Sunday. I mean, Lana Bean knows what's up, but I caught myself after saving and quitting in Paradox. I'm like, wait, crap, I didn't do Spiral, so I was like, I'd better do that now before, even though this is a huge time loss, like, peace of mind.
Everybody misses Spiral Cave, trust me. I've done that a half dozen times at least.
At some point, everybody does it.
I just didn't want to do it 2 times in, like, in the space of 2 days.
Goopula, any thoughts from you?
Well, I was looking around. It looks like I'm the only one that killed a bug. I didn't want something to get stuck back there, and I'm kind of wondering why more didn't do that, just because, there's an item there.
Well, I think 3 out of 4 of you did go to Skull, I want to say, but I think you were the only one who cleared it. I think everyone got that one item out and just kind of left.
Did I go into Skull at all?
Did you? Oh, never mind. 2 of our 4 runners went into Skullwoods.
Yeah, I definitely did not go into Skullwoods or Ice Palace at all, which, sweet dodge, I guess. But
yeah.
Yeah, high
That's
roller
a
accu
randomizer for you. It's not a bad play when you get the fire rod that early. It's an available dungeon, and especially Ambrosia, that means there's an item on our favorite moth. So it's defensible. You never know. This
So-
game comes up with creative ways to really mess with us.
So, of a quick note, Yoinker's wife did not get the bow out of Waterfall and did elect to go through Hope Room left through GT, so they do not have a tempered or silvers.
Jeez. Okay. Well, this is going to be fun.
They're going to be in for quite the long fight. I know they're working on practicing stuff, so I guess they're going to get an education tonight.
We'll be fine.
Yeah, it's you just have to take your time and be patient. You can't necessarily get 6 hits in per cycle. If you got to dodge fire bats early, you just got to dodge. It's a war of attrition in a Master Sword Silverless fight.
Yeah, they've been playing super well tonight. I've been actually watching Yoinker's wife on and off on these streams because I always notice when they come up because they use the same avatar as I do, and I'm like, it's my doppelganger. So it's always been fun to watch them continuously improve.
I gotta figure out a sprite to go as. I would do Vitreous because of a reference to a video essayist YouTuber that I enjoy who has a character called Lord Oculon, which is a large eyeball, but that's kind of a weird sprite to play as outside of casually for a joke.
I mean, you just rock whatever you want.
I didn't know what I wanted to do, so I just zipped through the list of some random point. Oh, here's this reverse mail order thing. Sorry, trackers, for giving you a fit for the first 2 minutes.
Oh, that's funny.
We pointed out, I was like, oh, is that the reverse mail skin? Okay, we know what that is.
Extremely funny.
But yeah, I did an SMZ3 earlier with, check this out, it was Cape, Ice Palace, Pendant, Ice Palace. I want to say it's Pendant.
Okay.
Maybe, I forget. It's Pendant. Anyway, Cape was hiding the hammer on Bunker Ledge, so I started to have concerns about having to go to ice again. But no, the rest of the seed was pretty free, I guess we could say that. I mean, we had all the money in about 20 minutes.
Yes,
Every single
yep.
one of them.
Oh yeah, I felt like I had to donate to a children's charity by the end. I was at over 2,100 rupees. I'm like, dang.
I mean, Yoinker's right now is at 1,300, so.
Yeah. And,
Actually, one of you had, oh gosh, you both have 22, 2,100? Holy jeez.
The crabs had money. Yeah.
all the 300
crabs money,
packs were
triple.
available.
There's 20 rupees everywhere.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I could have cleaned up everything, except Drosy was like, hey, I need volunteers. I was like, okay, I'm just going to put my name in because I was busy doing a thing. And I said, I was on here 5 days ago. So I'm like, if you need it. And then all of a sudden, like, oh, I got to go. So I was not 100%, but.
Okay, sounds like we've got to pretty much wrap it up here. We've got a Pokemon tournament coming up in a matter of about 2 or 3 minutes. Any final thoughts from you two about the race tonight?
No, just G's to Scupula. Nice snipe. I deserve to be punished for my fluff. But yeah, GG's to Koi for the big win, showing us how it's done in High Ruler, Akihayish, Sawyer. And then we still have XYZZY44 and Yoinkers, GG's to them. Sorry to see Ken bail, but yeah, thanks. And to everyone, commentators, crew, restream, thank you all.
You go to Yoinker's wife here when we're done. There should be a link there. See how the Master Sword fight goes.
True. Go watch Your Uncle's Wife, everybody, if you'd like. But yeah, it sounds like we got a Pokemon tournament coming up here in just a minute. So I will go ahead and let Slumberjack wrap up the stream here. Thank you, everybody.
All right, everybody. Thank you very much. I don't really have too much to say other than thank you again to the runners. Thank you again to Lana Bean for being my co-commentator. Thank you to the trackers. All of our information we've put into chat. We are going to hand it off to other people at this point. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good night.
Night, everybody.